free that never ends to some of you out there, and we continue back here and welcome back. It's nice to be back on air, of course, for the first time on a Monday here, and very good evening to you all. And yes, it just flashes up on your screen that we are live, so welcome along. And we hope to have some people coming into the chat tonight. Come and say hello to us. Feel free to do so. This is nice and relaxing here with Nickalini and Juliano. Juliano, of course, is the person that normally does the hosting as well as mainly the performing. And he's going to talk about why he's chosen the pieces. And, of course, he's going to mention, of course, it is the nice and relaxing. And best of all, he's going to perform you some pieces that he has chosen to play on the Technics U50 organ. So hopefully we all can come in and say hello. And yes, I'll hand it over to you, Julian. Can you hear me, Julian?
I can hear.
Well, you're literally next to me. So, of course, Julian, talk us through, because we'll flick the cameras over to you. So, hello, Julian.
Hello there.
Very good evening to you.
Yeah, we're doing two parts of the show tonight.
So, talk us through the pieces then, and why you have chosen to play them.
Well, this is slightly different to what we had did on a Thursday. About 6 hymns altogether, and 2 voluntaries, and plus a made-up voluntary or something else, or maybe next one. It depends on what time we got. So do enjoy that. So I mean, we'll start with the Pierre, not the Ram, by El Bone. So that's the Gothic thing. It's part of it anyway. It's part of the Suite Gothic. And the next one, him, will have Jesus I have promised, as we are promising here. So we'll start off with Pierre Dr. Dam. If no one has come in, do bear in mind.
So I'm just promoting the show here, and let's hope that we can get some interest of people coming in. It's going to be tight tonight, and it is a Monday here, so of course gradually people might tune in as and when they wish to. So of course this is Pierre and Notre Dame. Am I right?
It is right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a nice relaxing show, so do bear with me. It's hymns and a couple of voluntaries and a made up voluntary, so that's what we're doing here. And a little tour on the order, if you've got time. So but bear with me on that. So it's Pierre Notre Dame by El Bone.
Hello and welcome to, of course, Nice and Relaxing here. Do excuse the sort of flicks that are coming from the phone here, which is this little phone here, making some noise because, of course, I am trying to promote this show here to everyone across the entire nation, wherever you're watching. So, massive hello to you. Come and say hello in the chat if you wish. It's nice music here that, of course, Juliano is sort of enjoying playing right now. So if you hear the odd clicks from time to time, feel free to carry on listening, because of course we do apologise about that, and we can inform you that, you know, these kind of noises we cannot do anything about. It's beyond our control. So if you do hear the odd noise here and there, we do apologise. It's the it's the noise coming from this. We are promoting the show. So very good evening to you all. You're watching, of course, Touring with Us, and nice and relaxing. Over to you, Julian.
Yeah, but bear with me when I get my wiring. You're only hear me in one ear, so do stand by with me. The next
one ear. I can hear you in both ears. Don't even need a headset. I don't even need a headset. I can still hear you, Julian.
Right. Okay. Jesus, I have promised. So we have promised our show tonight. So do join in with that. We'll have 4 verses of this one. So do stand by with us today. Jesus, as promised, it's by. The tune is Day of Rest, so everyone needs a day of rest. James Elliott, 1833 to 1915. So, Jesus, I have promised to serve you to the Lord. Wind the wire there, okay. Oh, Jesus, I have promised, tune number 1. Right, the next hymn is Righty Ho. Now, Love Will Let It Me Go, I think it is. It's by Albert Peace, 1844 to 1912. So we go to hymn 384. We'll go to 384. We'll just turn the page over here. Beg your mind, here. There we go, turn the page on. Just to find the page. one is a communion kind of hymn. Love Will Not Let Me Go, by Albert Peace, 1844 to 1912. So, if you are just joined in, you have not missed anything really, apart from Jesus I Have Promised and the Piera at the start. So, that's what it is. If you missed the show tonight, there will be a replay of it, hopefully. Oh, love that one, let it go. And I'll read the words from here. Rest my weary soul, these give me the black life I owe, that in thine ocean depths in the flow may richer full of thee. So there we go. So mind my earphones there, so well, it's going out. So bear in mind. Oh love will let me go. 4 verses of that. Let's have a look. That's all we got here. Okay.
So Julian is going to play Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go, hymn number 384 from this book, as you can clearly see on the organ sort of shelf there. Well, I don't know what they call it. Do you know what they call it, Julian?
A rest. What do you call it? A music desk.
Music rest, yeah, that's it.
Right. Oh love will let me not go. Okay, 4 verses of this. You bear with the rhythm on this one.
Very good evening. If you are just joining us here, slowly people are gradually coming in. Feel free to come and have a chat and say hello with us. And hello to all our moderators as per usual, making sure everything's running smoothly. If there's any signal issues, we'd rather you actually say it in person. Well, you can do that in person or actually on a private message. But if you want to say on the chat that everything's running smoothly, come and say that rather than the negative side of things. So a massive welcome if you are just joining in, and thank you very much to all the subscribers that have come in recently. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe to us, free of charge. It doesn't cost you 1 penny. So 407 is quite a remarkable achievement so far. Hopefully we get some interest tonight as well. So Julian is actually playing a hymn. I don't know how many verses. Can you tell us how many verses you're playing? 4 verses, okay. Sometimes we play some beats along the tunes as well, but that might be later on in the programme tonight. So if you want to stick around for that, stay with the one you're on. We'd like to say a huge thank you to, of course, the Wanglers who recently donated to us. And by the way, if anyone does donate to us or support us, like, of course, the Wanglers did on GoFundMe, they do take a small percentage, but most of all, we will get the funding eventually. So, of course, that helps support the channel, and of course, in a great way as well, it helps us to do more of these kind of things in the future, and little things make a big difference. So, yeah, for example, if you were, say, donating £20, of course, the best thing to do was to, of course, donate £20 with a little bit of extra on top, which is £21. So that would make it £20 if you really wanted to do that. But we appreciate every penny anyway. So, of course, if it's only 50p, that would be only 20p to us. But yeah, something similar. So that's how it works out. So yeah. Well, it's over to you, Jim.
Okay, we're nearly coming to the end of part 1 here. Hymn number 3 is Oh Praise the Lord. Late Dominum, it's Parry, I think it is. Charles Hewitt Parry in 1848, I beg your pardon, and till 1919, I think it is. Something like that. Yeah. 1918 or 1919 or something like that. It's running at that time anyway. So Oh Praise the Lord. Should be about 4 verses this one, so we've got time to do it. So there might be a solo in between the organ as well. So we bear those in mind. So, O praise ye the Lord of tune number 1. Let's go.
Some nice little instruments here that you are listening to, of course. Some really buzzing kind of sounds there. Not that the organ is buzzing, but of course it really is a beautiful sound that you're hearing here. And in a moment, Julian will explain why he has chosen the particular stops. And by the way, if anybody wants a request of any tune, as long as Julian can play it, Juliano we're talking about. So the reason why I'm talking over the top of these tunes, just in case YouTube demonetise us with a copyright strike. Hopefully won't get that far, but of course, yeah, you never know. They always pick on something.
Right.
But yeah,
We're on part 4.
part 4 of the show already.
Yes,
It's gone so fun-packily quick.
Yes, okay. On my earphones.
Well, it usually does, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
As we are the show that never ends. Hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. Right, let's have a look. What's the next one? The next one will be Oh Strength and Day will be 390. Well, we're on the next page, so I mean, normally I've had time to do another small commentary, but time beating this. Oh, hang on, all my wires.
Yeah, you won't have that problem when you have that microphone, I'll tell you that. It'll be a lot easier for you. We won't be long with that, and we're looking forward to that immensely on that.
Right, before
We'll let you know when it arrives as well.
before I do this hymn, three verses anyway by John Dykes, 1823 to 1876. 3 verses of this anyway. So be a bit slow. It's called Strength and Day. Before I do that, a little demonstration. I've got time to do that for about a minute or so, or less than that actually. What is the flute sounds? That's with an 8 foot and 16 foot, and 16 and a 2 feet will sound like this. No verse. And you hear the over onto that, and over on the tone. Okay, so that's your little demonstration there, and you have a bottom manual as well. I'll give you a chord of it, and you can have it loud and you have it soft. You can get as a chord of G major. So we're not going to play in G major, we're going to play in D major. So let's have some stops for that. They're actually called stops, but tabs actually. On a pipe organ it is stops. So on this U-Technics 50, if you're just started to join us, very welcome to listen to the music, hymns and couple of voluntaries, and possibly a made up one or a requested one. So okay, Oh Strength and Day. uphold up to congregation. Whoever does themselves unmoved abide. Yet the day by day as the light graduation from hour to hour through all the changes guide. That's the first verse of it. Strength, oh strength and day. That's the tune of it anyway. Nearly full voice there. So, let's see what the next step is on part 2. 292 in Dalville came above tune number 1 on that one. So number 3 verses of Strength of the Day. The reason why I chose them because it's a nice little calm hymn. On this one is Thou Who Comes Above. It's by Samuel Wesley, 1810 to 1876. Came above, from celestial impact of the kindle flame of accused love on mean on altar of the heart.
So why is it you've chosen to play that one then, Julian?
Well, it's because it's tune called Hereford. Sonny Weston, 1810 to 1876. We should be alright with that one.
Okay.
Oh, Thou Came From Above, tune 1. There is another tune to it, but it would be not one you are familiar with. So tune number 1.
Okay.
Oh, Thou Came Above.
Sounds good. So yeah, just to have a little bit of a breather for a second, Julian. The reason why I'm saying it is nothing to do with the show, but it's also nothing to do with the Suffolk, Essex, Norfolk in UK singles chat and meeting date. Of course, somebody actually posted on that group, and of course, I don't know what people are thinking about this right now, but somebody by the name of Mark, I'm not going to say the surname just in case that person doesn't want to be read out on the air. So, of course, that person put on there, I'm opening a book on how long the new PM Rishi Sunak lasts in the job. Well, that person hasn't thought of the other side of the coin, where, of course, the other party, how long will, of course, Starmer last as well at the same time. So there's two sides of the story on that one. So first of all, that has got nothing to do with the actual group. But that's coming from a Facebook group, by the way. So I don't know why these people seem to say one side of the coin and have something totally irrelevant to the actual group. That's why I said it on this group, because it's actually nothing to do with this nice and relaxing. So let's go back to this, because you know it really winds me up. But I just thought I'd just mention it. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us here, and we are. But do come and say hello. Come on, we need some people chatting amongst ourselves tonight. Have a chat. Feel free to say hello. I've got a bit of a croaky voice coming up. Seems to be a lot of people, as in presenters, seem to be having croaky voice. Jess Stelling had it, and then of course Richard McVeigh had it as well. So that's an unfortunate thing, a thing going around at the moment. You know.
Anyway,
Let's go on and come and say hello to us in the chat if you want to. And it's over to you. And nice and relaxing, you're watching here on Touring with us live.
okay. Oh, thou who came above from the Sunday of Westernry. Now, this one is a strange hymn, and it's about 4 verses to it. It should be all right for that one. And there'll be one final hymn and a voluntary and a made-up voluntary, and plus I've got one there, a special one there. So do stay with us and listen to it on the replay.
We haven't had anyone say hello tonight. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is
I wonder if we will get some before the end of the stream. We always do, don't we?
Well, we'll see.
Perhaps people prefer to listen. I don't know, but of course, yeah, we don't mind if you listen or comment. It doesn't matter either way. But I'm glad that you're tuned in. Hello to beautiful Strawberry Lush, which has her own channel. Also, hello to Russell Nightingale. Did he see his Ezio friend on Facebook playing some beautiful guitar music? If anyone's not heard of Ezio, I saw him once at the Cambridge Junction, and yeah, basically I saw him alongside Boogie, Ezio and Boogie. Definitely worth going along to see if he ever does a concert. I'm sure he's doing a lot of promoting of concerts of late. So I thought I'd give that a mention. So, yes, hello to anyone watching absolutely anywhere this evening. So, yeah,
Right.
Are you ready? Let's go with a click.
Right, okay. Back to where we were before.
Do stand by. Is that the word?
Sit by, son.
Yeah, let's make some jokes as we go.
Thou came above.
There's a joke about an organist that thought he could play. Then, of course, he made it up and said he couldn't play.
I didn't get the right key.
No, he didn't get the right key.
Okay.
There was also a joke about, of course, hang on a minute, yeah, we haven't finished yet. There's a joke about, of course, there's a bloke that plays on the organ, right, without no chair. Everyone was laughing at him.
Because there wasn't a seat.
That's the joke, Julian. I just said it. Anyway, carry on, Julian.
Yeah, okay. Although there comes above.
Very, very good evening. It is the commentary of Nickalini behind the scenes. And you saw me earlier at the beginning of the stream. I'll probably come on at the end and do a summarization before we sort of exfoliate, if you like. Is that the right word? Or just, yeah, before we end the show, basically. So very good evening to everyone right this minute. So this hymn is actually 392, O thou who camest, or camest is it? From the above, or from above. Yeah, O thou who comest from above. So anyone new to the channel here, the reason why we're talking over the top, it's probably in case, of course, YouTube come up with a sign saying we're not allowed to perform it. So, yeah, this kind of music that you expect to hear, for those people who don't know, on a possible Sunday, maybe during the week, depending on what kind of service you have in terms of religious, whatever your beliefs. Well, I hope my voice is very soothing tonight. I'm trying to do my best here. I'm not quite up to scratch today. I don't think Julian is either, but we are trying our best today. And yeah, thankfully the stream hasn't gone down. It must be proving our point, because we've had a lot of streaming issues. We do apologise about that and try and fix the fault as soon as we are able to.
Right, okay, that was a part.
Let's crack on.
Sunday Wesley. I worship the King, because it's something to do with the King, isn't it? Who's going to be the King tonight?
King Charles III, is it?
Something like that. This one, the medley and the bass is by William Croft, 1678 to 1727.
You're not going to play God Save the King, are you?
No, it's Oh Worship the King.
Although, of course, it is out of copyright, though.
Yes, it is, Marla. The tune is, yeah. Melody and the bass by William Croft, 1878. Sorry, 1678.
It's not the same tune as the God Save the King, is it?
No.
Completely different, is it?
Somebody else played. But Melody and the bass by William Croft, 1776, 78. Rather.
Can we have some more thumbs up,
1727,
please? That would help boost the stream a lot.
In a new version of
Boost the show, if you like.
Well, there's 6 verses here. We might as well play them, because we've got plenty of time. I worship the King. Well, I'll tell you the first words. I worship the King with a glorious above. O grateful, sing the power and love. Our shield has a defender and ancient days, and volunteer a splendour of girded with praise. So 6 of those verses, but not in different different words. So 6th verse 6 will be the measure of might, ineffectual love. Everything to do with love. Love is not all about money, by the way. It's all about it's in parts of money, but not that sort of love. Love could be something to do with your body and whatever, and passion.
Yeah. It's something that is special, Julian.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So be aware of that. It's not about money, because it doesn't buy you anything really. So
money can't buy you love.
Not really, no. Not on this hymn, it doesn't.
You don't need to be an expert to know that one.
No. Please take that advice, because people are taking the wrong advice and using the wrong word. Worship the King is not about money, by the way.
No.
It's about love.
What is it about, Julian? Do you know?
It's about love and power, and gradually love and defender and ancient days and splendour. It's a bit of a.
Okay, are we ready to proceed?
6 verses.
1, 2, 3, and go.
worship the king with a nice little dance verse towards the end. So we have one or two pieces here. Don't know if you. We may have two or three. We might get time. You've got time to do two or three. We're doing the made up voluntary in just a short while. We have. We can play your voluntary as well in after this voluntary, which is called the Piano Love. It's to do with love, isn't it? I have got minutes of that, so
Yeah, you can call it organ love as well.
Organ,
Organ stroke piano love. It doesn't matter what we play on.
I explain this one. This is a voluntary. It can be used as a voluntary. Labour of arte. It's the War of the March of Priests. Priests are vicars from the cathedrals or churches, and it's by Felix Mendelssohn. And I'm just going to start off on the first page, which is normally is a little continuous. What do you call it? A swell of oomph to it at the start, like it is. It'll start like the wedding march normally, but it's not. Then it goes into and then it goes back down to the original chords. So it'll be in F major. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of it. So we should be alright to it. Okay. So some voices on the top menu. It starts a little bit louder, and then it gradually gets a little bit lowered in strength of sound, and it'll be up and down in between, and then it goes back to the chorus tune, and then it will come a little bit softer on the top menu, or so will come do a solo there, and it come down to the final climax of that piece. So the War of March of Priests from Felix Mendelssohn. It dates the Bach years, I would have thought, around that time sort of thing. So, War of the March of the Priest, something like that. So I'll start in F major. Well, actually, it will be in F major at the final chord, but it starts in the C. Not major, it's on the note C.
Okay, this is by Felix Mendelssohn, War March of Priests, from Athalie, which is spelled Athalie. You're listening to Nice and Relaxing with Nickalini and Juliano on Touring With Us. The true sound to Nice and Relaxing, only on Touring With Us. So if you wish to support Touring With Us, the actual link is actually on the chat. GoFundMe, as in gofund.me/6B3F32E9. The link is on the chat. Or alternatively, you can email ngklaus, small letters, at hotmail.co.uk. By the way, I just want to say happy early Halloween to everyone out there. Some people think it's early, but I'd actually rather celebrate Christmas early, to be honest with you, and all the shops are already filled with Christmas stuff. Let's think about that for once and for all. I hope I can make people laugh as I do the commentary here, just in case we're getting any issues with the YouTube channel not allowing us, to actually play the pieces. So we should be copyright free, because most of the songs and hymns, if you like, are actually out of copyright, especially the made up ones later on. Please do stand by for that. Sorry if I couldn't actually speak my word out. I nearly said Nottingham, didn't I? That was something to do with Nottingham against Liverpool recently, who actually beat Liverpool by 1-0 last week. In terms of football, of course, Southampton face Crystal Palace. Well, we've nicknamed the manager Orange there. Patrick Vieira, by the way. It's orange versus orange. We'll go through the other fixtures very shortly. But all throughout this week, it's Champions League, so something to be aware about. If you're into football, that is. Lovely, bravo, absolutely brilliant. So there is a latest sort of score in the West Ham against Bournemouth game. Do you know what it is, Julian, yet?
No.
You don't know what it is. What would you have predicted, Julian? Have a guess. Yes, but how many?
1-0.
I thought you didn't know.
What are you guessing?
Well, it's actually right. Of course, West Ham have the lead against Bournemouth, but leading at the moment on the latest score of 1-0. K. Kuma on the 45th minute. Okay, so if you're a West Ham fan, you'll be delighted with that. If you're a Bournemouth fan, then, of course, room for improvement, as they say.
Okay, this is your piece, Nick.
Oh, you're going to play my piece? Oh,
yeah,
well.
we've got a few minutes to go on our show. Okay, so and I'll finish up the made-up one at the end. Piano Love by Nick or Organ Love. So
Okay, I'll tell you some more fixtures after this one. You've got to hear this one. I'll let Julian play this without me talking on the top this time.
Yeah, but before you go into Piano Love, that was voluntary War and March of Priests by Philip Middleton.
Can we add some beats to it as well? So
We could.
see what fits to it, you know. The beats are on there.
That's slow.
You might have to speed it up a little bit, but
Tempo, let's have a look.
tempo is on one of those controls there. That's fine.
That swing, that is.
Okay, see if you can actually fit something with it.
It might have to change because of the when I do the solo, I have to turn it off, then I come back to the chorus. See?
Or maybe just use one keyboard.
But no, because I'm soloing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Just carry on. Improvise it. Carry on.
Okay. It says,
And enjoy it at home.
It says little fast, but I mean, as you're demonstrating to it, you can have it how much speed you want. I mean, it's how it goes.
bravo, absolutely brilliant. I hope you all enjoyed that.
Well, yeah, I'm always having problems with them sometimes because I may go wrong in this, but and so I have to I always get blamed on playing this piece.
Yeah, I know, yeah, because it's not your own piece, is it? That's why,
piece.
yeah. You just alter it, Julian.
If I adjust it
You
up,
do your own version.
well, I adjust
It's
it
all
up,
right.
adjust it up a little bit. So hope you didn't mind that.
Can we have an extra thumbs up for that? Come on.
Piano Love. If you want to hear that
Do
again,
it for the country.
I will play it again next time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, any problems with the quality of the signal? Everyone all happy? Sounds like they are, but we haven't had a high today yet. Hopefully, we will get one towards the end of the stream. Who knows? Even a thank you for, of course, performing to you. But yeah, just to, as you prepare your next song, what is your next song anyway? Is it oh, you're going to do a made-up one towards the end. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah,
Before you,
sorry,
go on.
If you just joined us and missed the show, it was 6 hymns, 6 hymns and 2 volunteers, and of course song like I just played a minute ago. So and the final one was it'd be one towards the end. So, so 6 hymns. I'll repeat the 6 hymns if you just missed it or just start that over. It was Prelude and Salute to Gothic by L. Bowman, O Josiah's Promise by James Elliott. Hymn number 2 was Oh Love Let Me Go, Albert Peace. Hymn number 3 was Oh Praise You the Lord by Charles Barry. Part 2 was I don't remember the hymn. I can't remember the hymn now.
Can't even read your own writing.
It's a John Dykes one. Oh, so Strength and Day, I beg your pardon.
Okay.
And the Old Thou was the Cambus, it was the hymn number 5. And Oh Worship the King was number 6. And then the voluntary was War March of Priest by Philip Innocent. So if you missed all that earlier on, I do beg your pardon. On the 4th hymn that was Oh Strength and Day by John Dykes. That tune's called Strength and Day, so it makes you have a strength in your day.
Okay, Julian. Before you
one
do,
after that was Piano Love or Organ Love.
okay, that was the last one. That was written by Teddy Joyner.
And Teddy Joyner and Nickalini, what you call it.
Well, if you want to call it. So yeah, just before you proceed with your made-up piece, if you like, or improvised sound, I just want to inform people that, of course, there are some games next week in the Premiership, if anybody's interested in hearing it. Very quickly, I'll run through the Premier League. Of course, Saturday the 29th of October 2022. The 12:30 kickoff is Leicester against Man City, Bournemouth against Tottenham. They're all 3 o'clocks. So Bournemouth and Tottenham is 3 o'clock. Brentford and Wolves is the other game, and Brighton and Chelsea is the 3 o'clock one, and Southampton are away to Crystal Palace, another 3 o'clock game, and the last 3 o'clock game is Newcastle against Aston Villa, and of course at the 5:30 evening game, Fulham against Everton, and of course, ridiculously at this time of 1945, otherwise known as 7:45, it's Liverpool against Leeds. So yes, if you go to, of course, the main fixture list sites, there's 2 versions. There's either Sky or BBC or whatever site you find. They will find they'll have all the odds on there as well. So there's also the Championship. I won't read that tonight because it'll take absolutely forever. So yeah, if your team wasn't mentioned, we do apologise. But of course, if your team's in the Premiership, something to look forward to. But anyway, we've forgotten about, of course, the big teams which are playing on Sunday. But we'll do that at a later stage, I think. So we just wanted to read out the Saturday one. So anyway, proceed with your final improvised song or tune. You can put some beats to it if you want or wish. And what's the name of it, Julian?
It's Voluntary in C.
Voluntary in C. Is that what you're going to call it? It's a bit plain, but there you go. Okay, proceed. 1, 2, 3, and go. trying to count the echo there. Absolutely brilliant. So my thanks to Julian before my voice goes, actually. But yeah, sometimes my voice can go from time to time. So yeah, what did you make of that, Julian?
Well, nice climax towards the end. It started off being a little bit crunchy at the start, but it started being a palette towards in the middle. It's a bit like improvisation. So
Okay then.
for people to learn the keyboard or the organ, you have to start with the piano lessons first, and then if you want to move up to the next level, you go up to the organ or keyboard or whatever it is. Keyboard is bit more interesting, but it hasn't got no pedals. You can add pedals to it, but it's not. It's a bit modernised, but you can use it as a alternative. And the next one up there is the pipe organ or the electronic organ, and it's got pedals on it. So some have longer pedal notes. So this one might be on this one, and on this one we have a short pedal. So we don't get much bass on that. So we might get it a bit distortion-ation. So we haven't got no reeds on the pedal on that. So we have to make it on the manual. So we only got a couple of reeds on the top manual here, and one sort of half reed on the bottom manual, so it doesn't couple between us, unfortunately. On a pipe organ it does, because you have couplers. I would have to explain that. You have to have couplers to couple things up, same with the pedals, and you can have pistons on there, which you haven't got on here. But that is how it is on this organ. So U-Technics50. Hope you enjoyed this show. Stay safe and take care everybody until next time. Hopefully we'll get another show done. If we can, we'll let you know. If it's easier for another day, we'll do it. But it depends on the cameraman and myself.
And what we're doing here.
What we're doing. So bear in mind it's usually on a Monday, but if you want it another day, just to say we would try and do it for another day if we can. So,
we've got a comment just come in at the last minute. Bill Taylor, thank you very much.
From Bill Taylor.
And thank you very much for your support that you have given us. We are to receive it within 2 to 3 days, as we explained, and we will try and promote the Wanglers, I believe it is. I hope I pronounced that right. And of course, we hope to promote your band each time we do the show. So that will be absolutely awesome. Maybe we could have a band sponsor of some kind. Any band's welcome to actually sponsor touring with us, or just anyone that is a small business that wants to, of course, support the channel as well. So all proceeds go to the actual channel itself to help build it and, of course, help it grow to the next level. So my thanks to Julian. I'll just summarise that. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm here. Huge thank you very much. Bill Taylor said it was very, very enjoyable there. Just reading out your comment there. And, of course, the signal stayed with us. So that is because we use 4G on this particular streaming source. That is probably what we'll do with the funding source. I think that is the main priority, to get that sorted out, because obviously 4G is just in immaculate condition, is it? Something like that? I don't know. But of course, what I would say is it's better than the whole lot that we've used, because I've had to literally connect to Julian, and unfortunately it doesn't like live streaming. And of course the Sky broadband doesn't like it either. That can dip as well, although we are paying at least extortionate amount for Sky broadband, and we just want to change our broadband in the future. And I think GigaClear is the next one, which have been going around all the estates at the moment, and it's not available until the latter part, or maybe the beginning of January. But yeah, my thanks to all of you. Sorry we haven't been at our greatest best today, but of course I do hope sincerely you've enjoyed the music. Most of all, of course, some hymns that Juliano decided to play, decided to play, and I, of course, didn't expect to hear my own tune which is what I produce myself. And of course, I call it Piano Love, but of course, it can be organ love. It can be anything to do with love. So yeah, I was quite surprised, really, to be honest with you, that Julian actually performed that. It's quite a simple piece to play when you get to know it. It's just that Julian is probably not familiar with listening to it by ear, whereas I prefer listening to music by ear and just playing it as it is rather than actually just reading the music, because I'm not very good myself at reading music. I don't mind admitting that. So it's been, a fascinating show. I do hope you have enjoyed it this evening. If you want more of this, as Julian said, Juliano, I'm Nickalini, one of my stage names. If you want to call me that from now on, feel free to do so. And by the way, of course, our moderator channel is, of course, who does support us also sometimes. Beautiful Strawberry Lush. So, of course, help support that channel as well if you can. But yeah, like I say, thank you so much for those people who recently subscribed to us. We are almost at that target of 500 subscribers. Can we get at least 1K before the end of this year? It would be an achievement. If we can do that, get together and do that and spread the word, that would be some achievement, and I will be chuffed to bits. I will be just overwhelmed with tears of joy, if you like. So yeah, very shortly I'm going to be off to watch the Dan Wootton show on the Monday night version to find out what he says about Rishi, but I'm sure that of course he'll have a few words about that, no doubt. But anyway, I would say a huge thank you so much for everyone, and whoever supports us, we always appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Can I
of
just
course,
carry
we
on?
never expected that much, which of course I won't announce because I think it might surprise a lot of people. But I'm very, very cautious with that. But of course, what we will do is tell you what we are going to buy. Hopefully, there will be a microphone coming, and hopefully, that will be a kind of radio one, very, very similar to the one you might have been seeing off screen or on screen. Yeah, this one here, which is a kind of clip on version, and it connects to the camera, and of course, it is very useful to use it in a split mode. But yes, Julian won't have to have those headphones in his ears. We'd only use that if we was to interview somebody. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that StreamYard sorted out.
Right.
Apparently it works better on 4G.
I'll just clarify.
Okay, you want to say something?
Instruments that
Okay.
tried it was a guitar. It was a guitar stock, but it's on the rhythm accompanied here.
Okay.
And the nearest one we have to a guitar would be a strings, 8 and 4 on the top menu, and a cello and a string ensemble. That's the nearest thing we got to a guitar or a mandolin or something similar on the percussion police six. Unfortunately, we haven't got a guitar stop, but it's near enough to a string, so it's still a stringed instrument, kind of guitarist. So you do get some sound, and we have some beats on there that can follow up on that. So anyway, thank you much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. I'll just wrap that up then.
I just wound it up and said, stay safe, and hope to hear from you soon. I'll say cheerio from me and cheerio from Nickalini.
Well, exactly that, and he said that stage name perfectly there. So yeah, like I say, yeah, that's what we're aiming to, of course, head towards the radio kind of mic here. They call it a rodent mic for some reason, I don't know why, but of course, yeah, this is just fitted into the camera, so that of course Julian would be able to hear, not actually hear, ladies and gentlemen, but of course he'll be able to speak into a microphone a lot easier than he would be using those headphones. although you can still hear him, but of course that's another thing altogether. And hopefully we'll try 4G on the StreamYard there. Did something flash there? I don't know what it was, but of course maybe it was a sort of power surge or something like that, an energy booster. So we hope that we've sort of boosted your energy tonight with our beautiful voices as we speak behind the scenes and talk in front of the camera as well as Julian performing. So, of course, nice and relaxing. We'll hopefully return the same time next week at 8 p.m. on YouTube live on Touring With Us. That's the only place that you'll actually see it. Of course, it's the place to be, Touring With Us. And a huge thanks to everybody that has listened in today. I hope you sincerely enjoyed it. But until then, you do take care. I can't even get my words out sometimes. I do apologise, by the way. It's just the way that I talk sometimes. So yeah, it's yeah. It's probably the joke of the day. Well, there's no evidence that I've actually got the joke today. Well, actually, that sounds like the job of the day. There's no evidence I've got a job of the day. But yes, we do try and do our best to keep going. So, of course, we hope to be back on Monday next week at the same time, same place, and the place to be for Touring With Us. But, of course, if we have to change it, we'll let you know, we'll inform you, and, of course, we'll keep you updated as well. And do join us on our latest Touring With Us updates. Hopefully we'll be in a place very soon at the end of the week. We're not sure what place it's going to be. We're hoping it's going to be a new place that, of course, Juliano and, of course, beautiful Strawberry Lush has not yet been. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed we're able to do it this week, and depending on the weather as well, we may have to go somewhere else instead. But it all depends on that blooming weather, isn't it? And as we experienced a bit of a quick thunderstorm yesterday, I don't know how many of you experienced that, but we certainly got a little bit of it. But it wasn't too bad after all. It did go up north, which was a good thing. But yeah, I was going to say a huge thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. I don't want to sound like a weather expert, although it might have come across that sort of way. So thank you very much from Nickalini and Juliano for nice and relaxing, and we will say stay safe, and we'll see you next time. See you next time, and cheerio. For now, good night.
Good night.
With a huge smile.